ha. Little shake and bake.
Little shake and bake. Listen, every title did not get defended tonight.
There's one in particular, isn't it?
Yep.
Which one would that be?
24/7, baby. The 24/7 championship did not get defended tonight. Something's going on. I don't like it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clash of Champions post-show. Post-show? Is it post-show, Graham, or is it post-show?
Wow. We do recaps over here, dog. Let's get it.
Well, guess what? Tonight is post-show. And let me tell you something. Clash of Champions was was bouncing everywhere tonight. It was like boom, bing, boom, boom. And if you joined me earlier for the pre-show, then you heard what I said. I said tonight, everything was riding on tonight. Tonight, it meant a lot. What happened tonight is what we would see going into the new era. The new era of WWE. Yes, that's right. I'm talking about the new era. I'm talking about the move SmackDown to Fox. I'm talking about NXT live on USA on Wednesdays. That means more work for us, Graham. Mm-hmm. That means more work for us. But we got y'all. We gonna be here. We gonna be there. We gonna be everywhere. Our ticker still says subscribe and join us tonight. But you ain't gotta worry about that because you're here. You're here right now.
Thanks.
We got a little bit of a little something going on here. As you can see, Graham's little box that he's in. Yeah, it's gold. It's gold. That means he was on point.
What can I say?
He was on point with predictions tonight. I told y'all earlier that sometimes I like to let up. I like to just, I do one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and get out and sit out on this one, dog. Yeah, I didn't win. Neither did CJ, but it's okay. It's all right. Clash of Champions, Graham. What did you think? Let's start with the return of Access Harper.
You want to start with Harper?
I need to start with Harper. Oh! We looking at the next 24/7 champion, baby.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
We are looking at the next 24/7. I don't want to hear it. Wait a minute. I want to say congratulations to David Meltzer. You were right, my friend. WWE didn't want him. They said get him out of here. They didn't think nothing of him. And then guess what? He showed up at Clash of Champions tonight. And he helped Eric Rowan score a victory over Roman Reigns. Graham, what'd you think about this match?
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing. Y'all ain't want to believe me. But I told y'all niggas. Luke Harper was going to come back and help Eric Rowan, and that's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what happened. Luke Harper indeed made a return. I kind of felt it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of felt it coming on as the match went on. I was like, there's no way they're doing all of this shit. And Roman Reigns is about to win clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? No interference. I was at least thinking Brian was going to show up. At least. We got a couple of people in the chat. Street Profits of King Booker. That was another hot moment for us. Graham, for us. Another special moment. Hold on, let me turn my light up. I might be. Oh wait, hold on, because I gotta shine bright, like a diamond. Hold on, let me shine. Oh, wait. There it is, right there. All right, yeah, we gotta shine bright on the. on the Clash post show. But let's get back to Luke Harper. Man, I'm gonna say it again. This is last chance. All right. If either one of these motherfuckers get injured one more time, it's over. It's a wrap. Graham is out. We out of here. All right. We looking at the next 24/7 champion right here in front of us. He came back to become 24/7 champion. He's born for it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he's gonna do.
I mean, because I can't see them being the Bludgeon Brothers.
Can we talk about the Fiend? Because I don't care about them. Can we talk about the Fiend? I don't care about Luke Harper. I don't care about Eric Rowan. Let's talk about the shit.
Listen. All right, so since you public enemy number one, you know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about what you want to talk about, champ. We're gonna talk about the Fiend, ladies and gentlemen. The Fiend. As you all know, Seth Rollins was victorious. He beat the Monster Among Men to retain the Universal Championship, and I was like, "That's it." He walking up the ramp. Michael Cole's like, "Thank you, everybody." I'm like, "Oh man."
It's been a blast. Clash of Champions, join us tomorrow night on Raw.
Yo, they played us.
Lights out.
They played us. The lights went out. The Fiend arrives, puts Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins and the sister Abigail.
Right.
Lights go out again.
That's S-E-F-F, y'all.
S-E-F-F. I'm thinking I'm going to hear a... And then the lights come back on. Well, the flickering comes back on again. And he's holding Seth's head like a prize, like a trophy almost. Right? He holds up that hand, that heel. Or no, the hurt. He has the hurt hand up. Like King Booker, 5 times. Right? And he puts the mandible claw on Seth. And that's all she wrote, baby. That's it. That if that ain't about as clear of a challenge right there, hey. The Fiend versus Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell.
In the words of the greatest WWE champion of all time, Kofi Kingston, debate your bitch. It's happening, baby! Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think it's too soon?
All right. So part of me thinks it's too soon. Because it's like, damn, he getting a shot already? Come on, man. Like,
Sasha.
he getting a shot already. Like, and now it's like, he's got to win. But you can't lose. You can't lose. Like, people are going to hate Seth Rollins if he beats the Fiend and keeps the title, right? People are going to hate him forever. And people are going to hate WWE forever. So I'm thinking he can't lose. But then you can't have it be too I mean, I guess you can. Because we all know that Bray, the Fiend, is supposed to be this powerful force, right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's not a bad thing if the Fiend gets this shot and he comes out on top. But then it's just like, what next? How do you do this, though? Because you can't just leave it. You can't just start here and then just that's it, right? You got to build it up. It's got to be built up the right way. I believe Clash of Champions is a few weeks away?
Hell in a Cell is October 6th.
2 weeks.
So 3 weeks.
3 weeks from tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Part of me is like it's too soon, but then the other part of me is like this is gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun.
Now, do you think it's gonna be fun because we know that we're about to see Bray turn it up to another level, or is it gonna be fun because you kind of know that he's gonna be the champ after this is all over with? What do you expect Like, what are you needing for this to be successful? You personally, what do you need for when this is over with to look at it and be like, all right, that was good?
I need for the Fiend one to win,
Mm-hmm.
and then I need him to be the special attraction here sometimes, but you never know when he's going to show up. Uh, but then I think, given that you never know when he's going to show up, his next challenger has to kind of go on like some type of excursion, if you will, to try and find the Fiend or do something to attract the Fiend or bring him out or provoke him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think something like that has to
But
happen.
don't you think, with that being said, don't you think that fans would be kind of mad if we're put back in a situation where the Universal Champion is on a special occasions basis, like, or you can either look at it that way, or fans could also
Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
true.
SmackDown's going to be your A show now, quote unquote, supposedly, and the WWE Championship should be. And I think it would be better if they return that to prominence as the main
That's
championship.
true.
How is your company's title, in the middle of the card? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, I don't want to say it's an afterthought,
Yeah.
but in the case of the WWE Championship versus the Universal Championship, sometimes the WWE Championship becomes an afterthought in favor of the Universal title since the Universal title's on
Right.
Raw.
I would like to see that. Um, Ryan Stewart on YouTube said, "Broken Matt Hardy for the belt after Bray wins."
Excuse me, this is Big Money Graham talking. I'm talking about got my predictions 100% correct. Call me the perfect 10. You feel me? Because I'm really out here. No, I don't think that Matt Hardy should be the one to face Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, for the Universal Championship. At least not as a major program. It could be like a TV program or something or other like down the line. But I don't think Matt as the first nor the second challenger is a good idea. I understand that they have history, and it would make sense to tie that in. But given the way that they've booked Matt Hardy just this year
Yeah.
alone, I think his stock has gone down a little bit. So if they're going to do that, I would like a rebuilding of Matt Hardy a little bit for it to make sense in the scope of who's getting pushed and who's not getting pushed
Right.
right now. That's just my opinion.
Well, there you have it, Ryan. I hope that answered that. Appreciate you for joining us tonight. You know who else? You know who else stock has gone down? Luke Harper's. But we're not talking about Luke Harper. Speaking of WWE championships, the greatest WWE champion of all time,
Of all time, Kofi
Kofi
Kingston.
retained.
Debate ya bitch.
Kofi retained tonight, and the match was a little stale.
Underwhelming.
Yeah, it was a little dry. It was a little too much waiting around for what was supposed to be a moment in the end. Oh my God, Orton's going for the punt kick. He's actually gonna do it. This is how he's gonna end Kofi. And then Kofi moves out of the way. Quick little arm hook reversal. Bam! Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. Kofi is still the WWE champion. It's unfortunate, but I think the energy with these two guys has ran out. I think, and I honestly think tonight was either put the title on Orton or it's over. I think now that they've announced the draft, I think this really opens up the door for brand new contenders for Kofi moving forward. Draft happens after Hell in a Cell, though, right? So
Yeah, so he has to have one more challenger. And I would assume that this match goes to Hell in a Cell. I would assume this feud goes to Hell in
Right.
a Cell.
Shit.
Because who do you build up for the next 2.5 weeks to say, okay, you're gonna face Kofi at Hell in a Cell, when you could just take this story, expound on it, make it a little bit more personal or a little bit more brutal, and then say, boom, okay, Hell in a Cell, Kofi versus Orton,
Maybe you have Orton.
and whatever happens there happens there.
Maybe you have Orton punt Kofi in the head on SmackDown Tuesday, and then we just don't see Kofi until like the go home show to Hell in a Cell.
Which is the first SmackDown on Fox.
Which would just be such an impact, right? To have the WWE champion come back, with a new attitude, a new feeling, ready to go. I'm glad he's still the champion. This is unbelievable. It's unreal almost. Like I was literally looking at my TV like I can't believe it. This man is still. But then I felt bad because it's just like, why do I feel this way? Like why? It's a shame that I feel this way. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it that he's still the champion.
It's unprecedented.
It is. It is indeed.
It's unprecedented.
It is indeed. But congratulations to Kofi. I'm glad he is still the greatest WWE champion of all time. And even when he's not, he's still gonna be the greatest WWE champion of all time.
Till somebody does it better.
One of the hot things going into Clash of Champions tonight was the Raw Women's Championship. Becky versus Sasha Banks. The return of Sasha Banks. The return of her back on pay-per-view. Fighting for a title. And I think this match, at some points, and this is my personal opinion, was a little bit too. Now, when they turned it up and they was going through the crowd, the referee spot with the chair, that was kind of weird. But they needed to do something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't imagine what they could have come up with or what they could have done other than that to go on the outside and go in the crowd and go in the, the hallways of the arena by the concession stands and shit.
Mm-hmm. The concourse. They were on the concourse.
I don't know what else they could have done. I'm sure they could have done a number of things, but this, for me, made it feel like, okay, because at one point I was like, damn, the match is about to end. And then I was like, wait a minute, maybe it's not about to end. Maybe we're really going to get like a winner out of this. I still couldn't believe the referee was down after all that time. But it was crazy. It was for sure crazy. But, I mean, it is what it is. The match ended up ending in a DQ with Sasha picking up the victory, but Becky retaining the Raw Women's Championship. So, Hell in a Cell is just going to be a show of rematches. Because I can't see any other challenger or anybody else. And although they said no rematches, this points in all directions of a rematch, especially Hell in a Cell.
No rematches when champions lose their title.
That's true.
Becky did not lose.
For all you listeners and viewers out there, make sure you pay attention to that because that makes sense. Okay, there we go. Drixie Milan XX said, "Is the pay-per-view still going?" No, it is not still going. It is over. We would not.
It is over.
Not be here with you live on the post show. If it was still going, it'd be during the show.
Now, let them know if they go ahead and follow us on Twitter at the Enemies POD and they happen to miss the show, I might have a little link for you.
You might, if you want to check it out. Make sure you head over there.
I'm saying, if you want to watch the show, head over there, shoot us a DM at the Enemies POD, either Instagram or Twitter, what have you, and I'll take care.
We got you. Okay, so with that being said, with the champions, only if the champion, You said loses the championship. Okay, that makes sense. There's
Correct.
obviously unfinished business here. Sasha put out a tweet after, and I believe she said, what did she say? Let me go on here. She said, and I quote, should have had this ready. Hold on. Give me a second.
Probably.
Give me a second. She tweeted out, I still get the winner's check.
Oh, I love
So the
that.
boss ain't tripping. She's like, you know what?
I love that. She went to the pay window. Oh yeah.
She said, give
Oh
me my
yeah.
money.
Oh yeah.
Give me my money.
Bailey, not to interrupt you, Bailey tweeted as
Uh-oh.
well. Bailey said, Becky Lynch cheated. And I love that. I absolutely love it.
Yo, she's crazy for that.
I love it.
I
love it.
Cheaters, huh?
I love it. The brawl that they had outside the ring, through the crowd, through the concourse, back through the crowd, back to
Yep.
the ring, and then the brawl continuing to ensue until like the agents and everybody, extra refs come down and break them up, and then we get the official decision. I like this match. I thought this match was pretty good.
Oh,
I loved
man.
it. I loved it. I'm the D Wade meme right now. Love it.
I love it. Like I said, we'll probably we'll be seeing this again. Most likely in the likes of Hell in a Cell. This will be Sasha will be what, the only woman to be in a women's Hell in a Cell twice, right?
Yeah.
She got a little Hell in a Cell streak going on. Speaking of women, speaking of championships, speaking of cheating, Bayley picked up the victory, the big dub over the hometown queen, Charlotte Flair. Flair country. Didn't know what was going on. I honestly didn't know what was going on until after she dragged her. Boom. She hit the turnbuckle, and then I looked. I was like, oh,
Boom.
shit.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3. She runs. She grabs the title, and if you blinked then,
Outta
you
there.
probably missed her because she was
Yeah.
gone. What'd you think about the finish of this match?
Absolutely loved it. It was sneaky. It was very, very cunning of Bailey to do this and take the shortcut. I don't know if you noticed or if you saw, but this morning Bailey posted a photo of her breakfast and said, hey kids, make sure you get a balanced meal to start off your day." And she's doing this whole over the top, I'm here to teach your kids right from wrong and to teach them loyalty and all this. If you notice, she had a role model on her tights tonight.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
And I thought that was a really, really nice touch. That was a really, really nice touch.
Yo, that's wild, man.
And it was great.
That's dope.
It was great.
I thought the match, or I thought the ending was great. I know a lot of people were like, what? But you got to look at it for what it is, man.
Yeah.
You've got to keep going with you got to keep going with Bayley. You got to keep. None of what happened 2 weeks ago would have made sense if she'd have beat Charlotte clean, or if Charlotte would have won the match and took the title.
Right.
I don't think anyone's ready for Charlotte to be a 10-time champ, and that's good. She'll get there when she gets there. But right now, God damn it, it's Bayley's world.
That's right.
It's Bayley's world. Speaking of, the whole night was about champions, but I want to jump to earlier in the night and talk about the kickoff show and how it came as a surprise to all of us. Maybe more
Sorry. I'm pulling double duty here, guys. I'm trying to do the recap show.
I thought the Fiend was finna come get you.
True. I thought the Fiend was finna come get you. I won.
Oh shit! No, boy, I'm playing up. A lot of people were upset with the fact that AJ Styles was on the kickoff show defending the United States Championship, and I just want to say one thing real quick. How come you care so much? Like, why? Why do you care so much?
Yeah, I like that. I like that energy. Talk to him.
Like, if this was AEW, the buy-in show, you'd be perfectly fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Be perfectly fine with the buy-in show. Everybody was talking about how, all those casino battle royals, all Punk should show up or so-and-so should show up. And how come they can't have nothing exciting? They want people subscribed. They want people to see this. They want people.
Right.
They want to run them YouTube numbers up. Them Periscope numbers up, wherever they, WWE.com, wherever you can watch the kickoff show for free. And all in all, ain't nothing wrong with AJ being, damn.
And then if you think about it, dog, this match was announced on Twitter. Chill out. It's not that big of a deal. The Intercontinental title has been on the pre-show multiple times. You know what I'm saying? The Cruiserweight title, which is also on the pre-show, has been on the pre-show multiple times. You feel me? Like, so I don't think it's that big of a deal for them to switch things around and kind of shuffle the deck and keep things fresh. I don't have a problem with this match being on the kickoff show, rather, at all.
And think about it. If it was the Raw Tag titles, you'd have said, "Oh, that's fucked up" to Ziggler and everybody else involved. SmackDown, the Revival's gonna leave. IC title, that's so fucked up how they do Nakamura. The men's deserves it better. Any of the women, oh my god, that would just been
right.
Any of the women, that's just crazy. So chill out, man. AJ Styles won in AJ Styles fashion. I honestly thought that Ali was going to come and help Cedric because he kept bigging up the match at an autograph signing. He did a video and had everybody who was there for him cheer and chant for Cedric in the video. So I thought that was pretty dope. So when AJ signaled for the OC Gallows Anderson to come down to help finish the job after he had already won, I was certain. I was like, oh wow. All right, Cedric and Ali, right? But I guess it's a little too soon to do that because Ali's a SmackDown superstar. Ced is a Raw superstar. And if you'd want to do and if you were going to do something like that, I think that they'd have to end up on the same show first. So, makes sense that way, rather than what I initially thought or wanted. Women's Tag Team Championship match was pretty good. I thought Fire and Desire should have won that match. Thanks a lot.
What can I say? I got this match right too. Just like I got the rest of my predictions right.
Listen, Graham.
6-time Public Enemy #1.
Ah.
The first time anybody has ever gone through the show and had 100% correct predictions. The last time something like this happened, the closest that we got to something like this ever happening was WrestleMania, and I wonder who that was.
Listen,
ooh,
like I said, I wanted to take the.
I think it was Big Money Graham.
Big Money Graham. That's what we're going with now. Like I guess.
There we go. All right, there we go. All right, go ahead. I'll hand it back over to you. My apologies. I just wanted to, stunt 101 right quick.
Man. Thank you guys again for joining us. Again, Subscribe if you haven't already on YouTube, youtube.com/Public Enemies Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube right now and you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Graham, the Women's Tag Team Championship match was good. I thought at the end, it looked like something happened to Alexa. Like, she looked like she was out of it. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's just her makeup or something. I don't know.
Maybe. They had matching gear a little bit, kind of, sort of. But, definitely hope she's okay. Wouldn't want anything bad to happen to her. I hope she's all right. So, yeah.
I'm gonna be the random Twitter guy. Man, if Nikki Cross would have came out there in some shorts, man.
Nikki Cross out there in the boy shorts.
But no,
trying to get it popping.
She definitely wore the jeans. Look, man, this match was good. Again, I think Fire and Desire should have won. I said earlier on the pre-show, which you can go back if you subscribe to the channel. You can go back and check it out. It was the very first, hosted by me. But I said earlier on the pre-show that I thought that the winners tonight would be like, the ones going forward, the ones that, okay, this is what we're going with. This is who. This is what we're gonna start the new era of WWE off with, going into this Wednesday Night War. This is who it's gonna be, and I thought it should have been Fire and Desire, but it looks like they're going all in. On Crazy Coffee.
I have another name for them too. It's very simplistic. Bliss Cross.
Ooh.
Like crisscross, but
why ain't thinking that?
Bliss Cross. I don't know.
It's kind of hard. Bliss Cross.
Or we could call them Bliss Cross. Hooray! Yo! Hey! All right, I'm done.
Oh shit, man. Yeah. So it looks like they're going with them. Going forward, I don't know how people feel about it. They might just be holding on to it until the Iconics come back and say, "Hey, you gotta be joking me!"
Did you go to journalism for that championship, huh? I mean, well, even if they do decide to reset the table with a lot of these championships and like, such as the Women's Tag Team Championship, they still have an opportunity to do that on Raw, on SmackDown, on Raw, on SmackDown, on Raw, or on the first episode of SmackDown. Or they might, they might just wait till Hell in a Cell and reset the market then, which is the first week, you know what I'm saying? It'll be the end of the first week, basically the second week going into the Wednesday Night Wars. Or they can really treat these like floating titles and have them be defended on the October 2nd edition of NXT.
You could do that.
That would be nice, but I doubt it.
I have a question though. With the draft happening, this is not a shakeup. Again, this is not a shakeup. This is a draft. So does this mean that champions, like tag champions, stay together?
Who knows?
Because if they don't, then we got to be worried about the champions splitting up. Like, do the champions stay together and they're able to go, like, are the tag champions able to go on? Nah, because they have two, like they have like brand titles. So unless they got rid of those, I don't.
Yeah, I think they would have to keep the champions together, or tag teams together, if they're gonna keep teams together.
Right. Okay, you're right. You're definitely right. We could see a title change before the Fox SmackDown, the Friday Night SmackDown, or we could see it at the Friday Night SmackDown, because technically that would be the Friday Night SmackDown before the actual draft, right? Or is it
yes?
Is it one SmackDown or two SmackDowns before the draft?
So it's one SmackDown. It's the premiere edition on Fox, and then the following week, so the second SmackDown on Fox is when the draft begins.
Got you. Okay. Well, there it is. Speaking of teams and champions, all this talk, champions. Do we already touch on the New Day and Revival?
We did not touch on the New Day and the Revival.
See, and this is what kind of makes me sad about Orton. A little bit sad about Orton not winning because the Revival had like FT RKO themed gear tonight. And I was like, oh shit, that's just tight. Giving me legacy vibes. But
yeah.
And on top of that, they did defeat the New Day. Dominant. It's like they picked them apart. You know, took Big E out, the Shatter Machine, and then just picked Xavier apart like, you ain't gonna play no more video games. At least while you're standing. They took out the knee. They took out Xavier's knee. And that was it, man. New SmackDown Tag Team Champions. This tells me that they're going to be on SmackDown because I don't think they would. I would hope that they wouldn't let them.
Yeah. Lose the titles before.
Not that fast.
Or at Hell in a Cell or something like that. I want them to give the Revival a good run. I want them to say, okay, you want to see some tag team wrestling? We got some tag team wrestling too. We just choose not to do that shit all the time. But here you go. On a silver platter, we'll give it to you for the next 2.5 months before we forget about it.
just
you know that's going to happen.
Before we forget about it, because we can't put too much, we can't put too much on it because we focused on this.
It's too much sauce.
Hey, check it out.
It's too much sauce.
If you want to watch tag team wrestling, just head over to the USA Network on Wednesdays. They'll have you covered. Because they're going to focus on tag team wrestling. They got to at this point. They got to.
Of course they are.
I got a lot of young guys.
Of course they are. I'm going to be honest with you. If you want to see some tag team wrestling, watch AEW on Wednesday nights, man, because that's what I'm going to watch for my tag team wrestling, because they're the only ones that are actually going to do something with it.
There's going to be 50 tag team matches on every weekly. It's going to be it's going to be at least 4 tag team matches on average on AEW weekly TV.
On every show?
Yes. 4 tag team matches.
You think they're going to have 4 tag matches on every show?
They've got at least 3 on the first episode. They've got a 6-man tag. They got the tag match to see who would advance after, for the AEW World Title, and then I'm sure they're going to have another one. That's at least 3.
Nah, I don't think they. Yeah.
The Young Bucks, they're not gonna. They gotta wrestle, right?
Well, they're in the 6-man.
I know, and so then the next week after that, they'll be in a tag team, in a regular tag team.
Yeah, against the Private Party.
Oh, see, and then we'll see the next match. We'll talk about that later. Look.
Oh, real quick. If you want to see a public party, well, it's Public Enemies Podcast. PublicEnemiesPodcast.com. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It'll take you right where you need to be when you need to be there. There we go.
Make sure you visit. Fun time over there, too. So join me, Graham, and CJ. CJ's not here right now. See that little empty space right there? It's where the box that he would be. It's a little box that goes right there. He'd be right there. But it's public party tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So yes, Revival win. Listen, check this name out. Sweet Rude Music.
Sweet Rude Music.
Rude, or
I've been seeing a lot of Rudolph lately. And I really
think of that?
I really enjoy that.
Why didn't I think of that? Oh my god.
Rudolph.
Listen,
There you go.
they need to go ahead and just repackage Robert Roode. The glorious gimmick is over. I think it's over.
Yeah, it is.
They got to repackage it.
It's done.
I honestly think that they should, in a big way, repackage Dolph, but doesn't seem like that's happening. This is Dolph. What you see is what you get. And I can't say that I'm surprised that they beat Braun and Seth for the Raw Tag titles. But now I'm concerned because it's like, where do you go from here? Viking Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
AOP? Where do they go in this draft? Like, what happens? You know what? Tag team wrestling in WWE is in trouble. Because I have a feeling that they're not going to focus on that at all during this draft.
All right.
Heyman, Bischoff, please help us. What'd you think of the match overall? And then what'd you think of the actual outcome?
I thought it was pretty middle of the road. I didn't see anything that actually wowed me in this match. Partly because me and my daughter were giving each other tattoos. Partly because it's Dolph and Rude. I made my pick. I knew who was going to win, of course, because I be knowing shit like that. And then it was, this match really, it really didn't sway me one way or the other. It was just a match.
It was just a match indeed. I thought it was just a match too. I can't say I was surprised, but I was kind of surprised because now I'm concerned and I'm interested to see where they go with this. Cruiserweight Championship match earlier on the kickoff show. It was a good match. It seemed a little bit sloppy at times, almost like some of the spots didn't go as well as they probably wanted them to go, or as smooth as they wanted it to go. Gucci Gulak with the victory, picking up that dub, retaining that Cruiserweight Championship.
Just like he should, man.
Man, and I
should have
had it queued up. The image of Gucci Gulak and that Gucci. I should have had it queued up. I don't have it queued up, but you can go over to the Twitter page at the Enemies POD and check it out. It's up there. Gucci Gulak and that Gucci.
Yeah, man. I got more coming too, by the way. There's more coming. Gucci Gulak, man. He really out here, dog.
Gucci Gulak at a 205 Live show. Listen. Is that it? I think IC title. Sami Zayn's neck brace almost fell off. In fact, it was unsnapped or velcroed or whatever. Like, it was actually not secured on his neck. I might have turned away. Did he get attacked at all? Because I seen him like holding his neck like he had been attacked. Okay.
No. He didn't get attacked at all.
So I'm wondering why the hell was his neck brace about to fall off. But I did.
Why did they cut his mic?
I don't know. He was doing pretty good. Pretty damn good.
No.
Do you think that Shinsuke needs Sammy in his corner?
He needs something. Does he need Sammy? Probably not. But he needs something. And they gave him something to kind of get the people going, man. It's provocative, So I just, I hope that when this is all said and done, that they've done some good with it. That's all I can really ask for.
Yeah, that's true. I think I said it on the pre-show as well earlier that this match, it was on a who needs it more? Who needs this win? Who needs the title more? And WWE's eyes, they chose Nakamura. Is that the best choice? Was that the right move? I don't know. Maybe.
Yes, it was the right move. Why does The Miz need to be a 9-time Intercontinental Champion other than to match and
Yeah,
then to
you know what?
break Chris
Yeah,
Jericho's record?
yeah.
He's got time. He's got time. He's got
I
time.
was for sure
You know?
Miz was gonna be WWE champion by now. Graham, what's going on with the Miz? You know he got the shirts every
I
time he
don't.
come out to see the city on him. He got the city on his chest. Graham, what's going on?
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I can, I mean, if you would you like a hot
Yes,
take?
give me the hot take.
I don't think The Miz will ever be WWE champion again.
Oh no. Oh man, that's tough.
Is it really?
Well, yeah, because I mean, look, they wasted.
Is it
They
really?
wasted it. The Miz, at one point, he was the champion, cashed in Money in the Bank, one of the greatest cash-ins, one of the greatest cash-ins that I had ever seen.
That's true.
It was unpredictable. It was
That's true.
out of nowhere. No pun intended.
Oh.
On Randy Orton.
But
Yeah. Alex Riley in his corner, cheering him on. Miz, the real world, the guy who everybody's. I don't mean to get too sentimental, but you know what I'm saying, man. It's just it's unfortunate that you know, you got to go down like this. That is going down like this. Like, Miz is just the Miz now.
He'll be all right.
But you know, it is what it is.
He'll be all right.
I think we went through all the. I think we went through all the matches, sir. All the matches. We can real quick. We can touch on the King Booker and Street Profits segment.
Yo, okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think that the Street Profits were placed on Raw to move them to Raw? Or do you think in the bigger picture of things they were placed on Raw to promote NXT?
I think in a way. Oh, that's a good one. When you put it that way, it makes more sense to go that route, placing them on Raw to promote NXT. But they haven't really said much about NXT. They just go on Raw and talk about Raw and the main roster. And
Yeah, but they were the NXT Tag Team Champions for about a month of the time about a month and a half or so of the time that they've been on Raw. And they mentioned every time, hey, these are your NXT Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits.
that is true.
I don't know. Maybe it could have just been a little bit of foreshadowing. Maybe it could be that they just literally dropped the ball with, putting them where they need to be and, the spotlight that they need to be in.
You
But
know what's going to be hard? Is on Monday, tomorrow night, when they're on Raw again, and they promote the fact that they're going after the NXT titles against the Undisputed Era on Wednesday, live on the USA Network. That's going to be tight. That would be a good move.
Yeah, they need to do that. You're
sure.
Right. They definitely.
That would be tight. Yeah, man. King Booker. Did King Booker shit. Little moment backstage.
Yep.
It was good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Clash of Champions, I think if I had to rate it out of 10, I think I'd give it a nice little 7.
I'll give it a 6.5.
Thanks.
Pretty average show. Not one of the best that we've had this year. Not one of the worst either, but kind of like what I said about the Raw Tag title match. Pretty middle of the road. Middle of the road show.
Middle of the road show on the road.
I'm telling you, they got to kick it up a notch. They got to kick it up a notch because we're on the road to AEW on TNT, and man, they finna come with that fire. They finna come with that fire, dog. So what WWE gonna do? What they gonna do? Huh? AJ Styles should quit right now and go to AEW. Like contracts aren't a thing.
somebody, get Meltzer on the phone. I gotta ask him a question.
Right.
Who's the hottest brand in professional wrestling right now? AEW, the show that ain't had a weekly show yet? Oh, okay. We gonna see.
They're the
we
hottest.
Gonna see about that. Listen, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be an interesting week too because NXT Triple H has he firing the first shot.
Definitely.
He's got an opportunity to make an impact. He's got an opportunity to go out there and show, all right, motherfuckers, yeah, now what?
This is what we finna do.
Yeah, this is exactly what we finna do. Follow that. Sammy Guevara, Cody, can't even go by roads, Cody. See you at the crossroads.
I think he's... All right, man.
We thank you guys for joining us
crazy.
Tonight for the public party, Public Enemies, PE3, Clash of Champions post show recap. But tonight is post. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Subscribe and click the little bell. I like saying that. Click the little bell and make sure you guys are notified whenever we go live because we're going to be live again. We're going to be right back here tomorrow, right after Raw. We're going to be talking about everything that's going to happen. Go to publicenemiespodcast.com. Subscribe to our flagship podcast show. Is it podcast or is it podcast, Graham?
Podcast. Subscribe to our podcast.
It's the Red Bull, man. It got me all subscribe to the podcast. We drop every Thursday. That's our flagship show. That's where you get the very best of the Public Enemies. We talk trash. We talk shit. We interact. Listen, I'm going to just be honest. We want to interact with y'all. We are crazy wrestling fans. We black. We niggas. We talk shit. We have fun. And everybody's invited. Okay? When you come and hang out with us, it's not just a public party. It's a big public party, if you know what I'm saying. It's a real public party when you're hanging out with the Public Enemies.
Yes, indeed.
Make sure you follow us, me personally, at Brian Tronic. Make sure you follow the Public Enemy #1, Graham, at Oh My God Graham. Make sure you follow CJ too. Make sure you follow CJ too at _that's_me with 2 E's. That's spelled DATS. Send him a tweet, y'all. His Raiders didn't really make it through the day in a very nice way.
Everybody, raise your hand if your NFL team is still undefeated. Because I know I can.
Listen, mine's...
It was an ugly win, but we pulled it off.
Mine's picked up a victory. And I'm going to ask you guys, you viewers, you listeners, listen. We're thinking about expanding, our content, bringing you more, just like earlier today with the pre-show. That's brand new, first ever. I'm going to be back too. But we want to know what you guys want, what you guys want to see, how you want to be presented with this great content that we have for you. Let us know in the comments, or you can hit us up on Twitter, or you can hit us up on Instagram. Click on a picture or something. Let us know. Tell us. DM us. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you need to do. But we want to hear from you guys, and we want to know how you guys enjoy the post shows, how you guys enjoy the podcast if you're listening. Let us know if you do listen. If you haven't listened yet and you do listen, please send us a DM. Comment on a picture. Hit us up on Twitter, whatever. Let us know if you listen. Let us know how you like it. Let us know what we can improve on. Because guess what? We wouldn't be here, damn it. If it wasn't for you. Yeah, that's a good way to sign off right there. Yeah, that's a good way. And don't mind my ticker. Okay? Yeah, I created the ticker. I fucked up. fucked up. I didn't change it. My bad, Graham. It should have said congrats, Graham. It should have.
Should have said congrats, Graham. But it's okay because tomorrow's only a day away. And we'll be right back here after Raw. And I will still be your public enemy number one.
You will. I'm going to make sure it say congrats, Graham, right there on the bottom. Thank you guys for...
However you want to play it, huh?
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back. Peace.